me some. I don't drink the bottled water anymore. I just drink my own filtered water that I love. Y'all, it's hot today. Mm, super hot. Okay. And Travis asked me, "Am I currently employed?" So here, let me go back to what my story is. Okay, so I came to Egypt 5 years ago, and I had $15,000 total, right? And the plan, though, like I said, was to go to Ghana with that $15,000, and I was going to try to get some of that free land that they said they had in Asebu, right? That was the plan. But that was during COVID time, so you couldn't travel to Ghana, unless you got the jab. And so I came to Egypt instead, because only Egypt and Tanzania was open at the time, and they didn't require that you get the jab, right? So I settled on Egypt, and while we were waiting for Ghana to open, I fell in love with the country, and then that's why I just did not leave. But with that $15,000, I was good for a long time. And after maybe 2 years, I actually had to go back to the States, not because I ran out of money, because my rent was only like, I'm not even saying it on TV. I'm not even saying it on here because it was really low. Because I was getting like Egyptian style rent, but it was less than $300 a month. Okay, and hold on, just alerted that I'm missing a question. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry about that. What was I talking about? Oh. So anyways, I came here on that money, and then I went back to the States. I had to work went back and I worked for a year and cared for my grandmother and my mom. And during that year of caring for them, I started a new company. So I opened up a business. And that business is still going. Now I have employees and I have people running that business. So I'm able to live here and go back there when I need to. But as far as being employed goes, yes, I am HR, and I do payroll and file claims in the company. So yes, I work for myself, and the business is up and running, and it's a well-oiled machine in the States. All right, so stable light, yeah, we do. Oh, Chantel said, "I hope Egypt is clean because I saw some videos of Egypt. There are so many dirty parts." Oh my gosh, every country is like that, right? I guess it really just depends on where you are in the country. And you figure we're here in the desert, so it's really dusty, right? And we don't get any rain, right? Some people don't like that. A lot of people like, a lush, plush green landscape. And even though where I am, the landscape is pretty plush and lush, and that's because of all the watering that they do. They water the plants and stuff every day, but we don't get any rain, so it's dusty. It's definitely dusty. And in terms of things being dirty, I mean, that's everywhere. But you pick and choose where you want to live. And where I live, it's not that way. We have street sweepers. Here, they still have people sweeping the streets, and they clean our streets every day. And then people just don't really make a big mess. People who love where they live, they don't make a mess. They don't throw trash out the window and do all that kind of good stuff, and try to keep it pretty clean. So she said, Lady said, "Is transportation easy to maneuver?" Absolutely. So here, especially in Hurghada, we have Uber. We have what's that other one? We have a couple of those types of apps, and then there's taxis everywhere. We do not have tuk-tuks here. Only tuk-tuks are in El Guna, which is probably the cheapest form of transportation outside of the little minibuses. We have little minibuses that go from here to there, but you better learn a little bit of Arabic on those minibuses so that you can get on and off. But Uber works perfect, and it's very inexpensive and very dependable. Or you can have a driver, and drivers, are not expensive either. So it just really depends on what your style is and how you want to move. Okay, I don't know about Ghana either now based on my research. Right. Yeah, I mean, after being there, and I don't want to talk about other people's countries, but I could talk about my experience that I had when I was there. And what I can tell you is maybe I went there with rose-colored glasses. Maybe I went there thinking that I was going to be welcomed and with open arms, like, sister, miss you, welcome back, we're glad you're here. And it just wasn't like that. It was more like, pay me, what you got for me. It was more like that the whole time I was there, and that was a little disheartening. Whereas here, I've just felt compassion, and everybody, just go about their own business. People are about business here, of course, but you just live your life. You don't feel like somebody's taking advantage of you all the time. In Ghana, there was the Ghana price, and then there was the foreigner price, and I don't like that. I don't think that's fair. I'm paying with your money. I'm paying with the CD. The price is the price, right? So yeah, I just feel like I get fair deals and things here in Egypt. And now that I'm learning the language, it's really gonna help make things easier for me as well. Are there Americans like you over there? Yeah, there are a lot of Americans over here like me. A lot of them are YouTubers, by the way. And yeah, we're here. We out here. I wish there were more, because the dream for me would be for us to have a little community here. Every nationality has their own compound, but they're all together. So you got the British compound, the French compound, the Italians, the Germans. Everybody got their own compound, and basically they pooled their money, they built these buildings, and they Airbnb them out, and it's to their own people, but they also do it for the public as well. But it's a community, and they can pool their money together, and they built these communities, and they're living a great life over here, chilling. And I don't know. I just wish that we could do that. Okay, let me go back. I'm missing questions. My moderator's trying to help me out. Sorry, you guys. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody that is on the live today. I know it's impromptu, but I just thought some people might have some questions, and I just want to try to answer some of them. Okay, are vaccinations required? That's no. Are Americans like you over there? Yes. Do you eat out a lot? If so, what's your favorite Egyptian dish? Okay, Travis, that's a great question. So yeah, I eat out all the time. We do date night every Saturday or so. And I love food from all over the world. And the beautiful thing about being here is you can eat anything. But my favorite Egyptian dish so far, I would have to say, is the kofta. It's so good. And I know it's something simple, it's just, ground meat on a stick. But oh my gosh, the flavor is just so absolutely delicious. I love it. And I also love shawarma. So those are my favorites. How often do I eat full? Hi, 90s Nostalgia. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Okay. Okay, let me answer the question about full, then I'll get to the weather. Okay, first of all, in full, I just started eating it. We went to a restaurant called Kanzaman in El Guna. It was so good, and I had the full with sausage. Changed my life. So now I always order full, but I gotta have it with sausage and maybe some tomatoes in it. It's good stuff. I love it. I do. I'm gonna learn how to cook it, because basically, guys, for anyone here who's wondering what full is, it's basically like refried beans, but better, because it's made with fava beans, and it's just seasoned with more Mediterranean style spices. It's just delicious though. Latrell, you could start an expat group there. I could. I kind of want to. I think I want to start like a golf group. Yeah, I might start something soon. Let me answer the questions about weather. People are asking about the weather here. Let's talk about it. So Egypt actually has seasons, okay, believe it or not. The weather here, okay, the best time is September to April. Let's say that. September to April, beautiful weather, right? May it start heating up. Like right now, we're starting to heat up. Every day it's getting a little bit warmer, a little bit warmer. It's like we're in the 90s today. And then June and July and August, okay, that's hell. So you have great weather most of the year, and June, July, and August is hot. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hot. We talking like 100-degree hot. And but again, Egyptians are nocturnal, so you just don't do anything all day. Sun go down, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Then you get up and then you live when the sun goes down because it is hot. Thanks, Monica. She said the food was tasty. It is. Lydia, I'm probably asking too many questions. No. Are you learning the language? Things like that would be very challenging. You know what? You're not asking too many questions. Thank you so much. This is a Q&A live, and I'm hoping that I'm answering questions. And anyone out there in the background, if you have any questions, please post them as well so we can talk about it. But yeah, learning the language. Okay, first of all, I'm so proud of myself. I'm probably, you know how it is, like when you learn how to do something a little bit and you start doing it and you don't really know how bad you are at it until you start doing it. That's me with Egyptian Arabic, because Egyptian Arabic is different. The Arabic on Google Translate does not work here. They don't know what you're saying because that's a different dialect. It's like a standard Arabic. The Arabic here even varies with the regions within Egypt. So the people in Cairo speak a little differently, you know, than the people in Upper Egypt, and vice versa. But yeah, I know enough to be dangerous. So I'm one of those people who mixes Egyptian Arabic with English. So I might say a full sentence, and it might have 2 English words in it mixed in with that Arabic. But it is enough for me to really start communicating. I'm starting to practice because I really want to be able to talk to my delivery guys. Like Talabat, that's like our grocery app. You know, it's like an Instacart. It's called Talabat. So when the guys come, they call my phone, and I'm like, hello, and they're like, hello, and I'm trying to tell them my apartment number and everything, and I was like, I didn't know how to do that before, but now I can tell them that my apartment number is Talata Sefer Talata Bay, right, 303B. I didn't know the numbers, but I know it now. So yeah, so I'm learning it, and it feels good. It's really liberating because I can get in my husband's conversations now and tell him what he said. And he said he got to start being careful because I know too much. I understand the words, but I can write it a lot better. And I've been using Duolingo, but I just bought another app to do conversational Egyptian Arabic. So my goal is before the end of the year to be able to really speak it well. Travis. Hey Travis, yes. Did I get to travel around Egypt? Absolutely. And I actually have a couple of playlists on this channel, and then my Easy Egypt Tours YouTube channel. There's all kind of footage of me. I've been to Alexandria, Cairo, Aswan, Luxor, here in Hurghada, Genna, Abydos. Yeah. I've been to quite a few places, and even on my list, I'm still have to go to Siwa because I want to go to where the salt water is. I still want to go over on the Sinai side and go to Mount Catherine and Sharm el Sheikh, and let's see what else. Oh, and I want to go to Marsa Alam. That's like closer. It's on the Red Sea, but like closer to going towards Sudan. They said that there's like really beautiful, untouched natural water there. So I really want to see that. It's like one of the diving capitals of Egypt. People go there to dive a lot, they say. And then I want to go to Dahab. So I know some Americans that actually live in Dahab, which is on the Red Sea, the other side of the Red Sea, on the Sinai side. So yeah, so I do get to travel around Egypt, and I will be traveling a lot more. Okay, but let me get back. Did I answer the question on the weather? I think I did. So basically we have a couple of seasons. We have great, and then we have hot. 2 seasons, great and hot. Period. No rain. No rain here. No rain Luxor down. Now I have heard that there's rain in Cairo, and I've heard that it rained in Alexandria. I've never witnessed either one, but I heard it happens. So All right. 5 things to consider before retiring abroad. Budgeting life for lifestyle, not bills. We kind of went through that one. Oh, hold on. 90s Nostalgia said, do you ever feel like you're missing out on anything by not being in Cairo, particularly the social scene? Um, Actually, no, because Hurghada's pretty social. They got everything here. We have golf, we got bowling, and I keep talking about golf and bowling because those are things I like to do. They have movie theaters, right? They have clubs. They even have like, if you want to go bar hopping, they even have like a little tour that you can go, bar hopping on, and it's all types of little clubs. And if you want to dance, there are parties here, dance clubs where you can dance. If that's what you're into. And then because there's so many resorts, of course there's always something to do. Pick a good resort if you just want good beach access, and you can just pay for the day and go hang out at their beach and enjoy their music, their animation team, and all that kind of stuff for a fraction of the cost. You don't even have to be staying there. I think it's pretty amazing. It's a lot to do here. Cairo for me is just too busy, too noisy. I could not handle the honking of the horns. It's just constant. And I stayed in Cairo for like 2 weeks, and during that time I got zero sleep. It's like the city got silent like between 3:30 a.m. and 4:20, and then boom, it popped right back up again. It's just too loud, and I can't do it. But there are benefits in Cairo. Cairo is where all the factories and things are, so anything that you need. I just found a company called Bureaucracy, and they are a cruelty-free skincare line. And by cruelty-free, I mean they don't have any ties, to them people. And so, because most American brands have ties to them, and I'm not supporting any of those brands. So I found Bureaucracy, and they have a complete line, and I can't wait. I just got my box so I could try it all. But I also found fabric stores there. Just everything that you need you can get in Cairo. And even when I was shopping for my home, so if you go back and look at some of the videos from the renovation when we got started, we went to Cairo and I bought like all my bathroom fixtures and things like that. So Cairo is definitely the place to be and to go to get stuff, but to live, it's just too busy for me. I'm a small town girl, so I can't do it. And Travis is asking, okay, so what's the story with the pyramids? Do you get to go inside them? Sorry, just curious. Oh, no apologies necessary. That's a great question. So there are a couple of pyramids. There are a lot of pyramids in Cairo. There's 2 sets that most tourists go to. So one is the Pyramid of Giza, the Great Pyramid of Giza. And yes, the largest pyramid, you can go inside, and actually you can go inside of most of them. You pay to go inside, and but there's nothing really in there. There are no hieroglyphics or anything like that. And if you're claustrophobic, it's not a good thing, and you need to be really physically fit, in my opinion, to go down in there. But if you go to Saqqara, on the other hand, those pyramids are absolutely beautiful as well, and you go inside of the tombs and things there, and you're going to see hieroglyphics that you've never seen, because they just really don't publicize them that much. But I do have them in my playlist, so check out some of those videos. You see Saqqara, it's just amazing. Monica says it was very loud. Yeah, Cairo's loud. Lydia asks, okay, I was going to ask about the skincare and natural hair products. Okay, yes. So first of all, everything here is, they call them like handcrafts. That's what they call it. They make everything. I found shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter, all of those oils and things that we like, you can find it here. And unfortunately, and I should not be patronizing this, but I'm lowering my head in shame because I do. But Amazon Egypt, but let me say this, when I first moved here and I got hooked on them, they weren't Amazon. They were called Souk, right? Souk means marketplace or shopping. And I used to buy from Souk all the time, and then Amazon came in and just bought them up. Souk sold out. So I already had a habit, so I'm still stuck with it. But once I get me a car, I might refrain from using it so much and just go shop a lot more locally. But yeah, so you have access to great skincare products and hair care products. And I feel like getting up and getting one of the mousse that I use here. You know, a lot of people here have curly hair, different degrees of curly. Like from my 4C to the loose curls, it's the whole rainbow of curls here. Everybody. And so there's a lot of products for curly hair and for melanated skins, because everybody's skin is melanated. 90s Nostalgia says, a bit more of a personal question. I've lived abroad several times, including in Egypt for a year, but family was always complaining, especially when I'm in the Middle East. Do you deal with this? You know, that's a great question. I think my family was afraid. They weren't sure. A lot of people don't realize that Egypt is in Africa, and while we're close we're in proximity to the disgusting stuff that's going on out there, you don't feel it. It would be like living in Florida and something bad happened in Cleveland. You're not gonna know about it unless you hear about it on the news, you know. And so it's pretty much the same thing here. But yeah, so my family was worried. But like I said at the beginning here, my sister and her husband were just here. They just left a couple weeks ago. And so now she says she feels good. She understands why I don't want to come back home now that she's been here. My daughter comes here. My daughter's been here 3 times. She brought my granddaughter. My granddaughter celebrated her sweet 16 here last year. And yeah, everybody is okay with me being here because they've seen it and they know that it's safe. It's beautiful. The people are friendly. And they know I enjoy it and I love it. So they love that for me. All right. Another thing you guys want to consider is choosing, I'm still on that top 5, you guys, is choosing the right location for your values. And that's why I chose Hurghada, because it goes with my values. You know, it's relaxed enough where I can be comfortable. You're not gonna wear shorts or whatever, you know, decent shorts. I'm not gonna have on no booty shorts here. You know, I might wear something to the knee because they even sell that in the store. So, but you can wear shorts and be comfortable walking around, you know, when it's hot out. And you know, and if you drink, like I drink wine, right? Because I like wine, so I'm drinking wine, and there's plenty of places for me to buy wine here. And if you drink liquor, they got that here too, if you want it. So yeah, but here I just like relax, and you're just free to do, you know, what you want to do. As long as you're respectful, no one cares. Just do you. Okay. All right. So yeah, so choosing the right location for your values. The other is healthcare access and medication needs. Healthcare here is amazing. Unlike America, you know, they do have universal healthcare here, but I'm not a citizen, so I can't take advantage of that. But because they have that type of system, the cost of healthcare is very inexpensive. And the other thing too is the pharmacies. Like, so any medication that you need, the pharmacist is a doctor. They own their own pharmacies. You go in there, you tell them what you want, and they, you know, they help you. They give it to you, and you don't pay a whole lot of money. And let me let you in on a secret. You know how everybody was talking about that weight loss drug? How you pay $1,300 for a box of it in America? It's less than $100 here. It's like $75, $80 here if you want to do that. I'm just telling you. That's like a huge difference in the healthcare. I buy creams. I get my vitamins, my supplements. I got my ashwagandha, all these types of things. I pay like less than a couple dollars for anything. So the medical and medication needs is important. I'm actually in the market now. I need to get some new glasses. So when I go back to the States, I'm going to get my exam and everything because I'm still in the VA system. And I want my free eye exam when I go back. But I'll bring my prescription back here and I'll be able to get like transition lenses. Like I had got these glasses and another pair done, and they're transition, blue blockers, all of that good stuff, right? And I got 2 pair of glasses done for like $50, and that's crazy, right? So I've already bought my frames. They're here. I just need a new prescription. And I could probably just go get my eyes checked and done here, but I'm used to going every time I go to the States. So, and I used to go to the States every year. So I just get it done when I get there. Drinkies. Right, Monica. She knows where you go get the liquor. So the store is called Drinkies. All right, so the other thing you want to consider, so we talked about budgeting, choosing the right location, healthcare access and medication, visa and residency basics. We did talk about the visas a little bit earlier already. And then how to stay emotionally connected with family and friends at home. Thank God for technology, because now we can have these kind of conversations, right? So anybody that you want to communicate with, you can. Right, you just have to reach out and call them and talk to them and see them. My granddaughter calls me just about every morning while she's doing her hair to get ready to go to school, and we chat. We do our normal chat. We've been doing that for years, and I talk to my daughter all the time, and we work together, so I see her pretty much every day during the week. Talk to my sister all the time. So yeah, you just have to make sure that you communicate with your family to stay connected. Another thing that makes Egypt special for me, you guys, is the food. It's organic, it's fresh, and it's inexpensive, right? And I know it's safe and it tastes good, right? 90 Nostalgia is asking, how's the internet? The internet's great, right? It may not be available everywhere. A lot of the buildings are new. So once you get there, go over to the weed shop and just order you a line, and they'll come put the line in for you, so you can have your own internet. So it's really easy to get, and it's really inexpensive too. So for me, I pay internet's about $20 for the month. Now, we don't have unlimited bandwidth here, but I never really run out of the bandwidth that I'm allocated. So I think I have a 650 gigabit something. I have a huge plan, but I never really run out. And I do YouTube and watch movies and all kind of things. So that works. And is the water safe to drink? It wasn't recommended to drink when I was there years ago. Well, I guess it depends on where you live. And like I said, I was showing y'all, got my fruited water. I love me some cucumber, mint, and lemon water. Ever since we went to the resort, I've been making this every day. And my water is just filtered in my own house. So I have a filtration system that I purchased with my sink. And so I filter my own water because I don't want the bottled water, because I don't even trust that. I think it was just a report that just came out a few weeks ago. Even in the U.S., people who drink Deer Park water, things like that, they talked about how much plastic leaks into the water. I don't want that. So, but yeah, it's pretty safe to drink. And even, they always say have bottled water. Every time I've stayed anywhere, any hotel, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm doing everything. I've never used the bottled water. I just use it. But then again, I've been here for 5 years, so I might be immune to whatever they said the problem was. But basically the water is Nile water, at least here in Lower Egypt where I am. And so the Nile is beautiful. It's nice and fresh and crisp. So okay, great question. Lydia asks, what are your cons or things you wish were a little better? Okay, that's a fair question. Let me see. One of my cons is, I would say, the bureaucracy when it comes to the visa process. Because up until last month, and this is what I was looking forward to in living here in retirement, if you were 60 and older, you never had to renew your visa, right? You didn't have to make any visa runs or anything like that. You were just able to stay here. You just got to prove that you can take care of yourself, and that's it. But they just changed that. And I know that they changed it because they're trying to raise money, right? They're trying to raise money. So I understand that. And I'm not going to really complain about it much, because it's still not a lot to pay for the life that I get to have here, it's definitely worth it. But it was definitely one of those benefits as a retiree that I was looking forward to, is to not have to ever pay for a visa again once I turned 60. But now you got a budget for that. So that's a con for me. I don't like that. Let's see, what's the cons? The other cons, like the situation, like I do wish that there was some zoning here. And again, that goes back to maybe a lot of freedom that I'm not used to. Because where I live now, in the building next to me, they got chickens and roosters, right? So I didn't know that the roosters go off like 5 times a day. Just like when they call in Zon. So I'm listening to these roosters all the time. I just didn't even know that. And then they get the chickens riled up, and it's like a whole chicken factory. Like it's loud. It is crazy. So I do wish that, maybe in residential areas that you couldn't have like a whole chicken farm. Like maybe farms should be where they need to be. And the chicken farm is in the building, so it's like a 5-story building, and they took one floor and made it a farm. And I guess that's just part of the freedom, but they infringing on my freedom of peace, because those roosters are pretty darn loud, and I don't like it. So I wish that maybe there was some zoning there. But honestly, Lydia, I don't know. What cons do I have? I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of used to the work week here. The work week is Sunday through Thursday, off on Fridays and Saturdays around here, because those are the holy days. I kind of like everything being open on a Sunday, because that's when I'm off on my regular job, right? Let's see what else. Actually, nothing. I just think any problems that anybody has here is probably stems from them not knowing the language. So, but the onus is on me to learn the language. That's my fault. I'm in their country. They speak Egyptian Arabic. I need to speak Egyptian Arabic so that I can understand everything that's going on. But yeah, I don't have any cons. Nope. 90s nostalgia. The visa thing is one issue that keeps me from returning. I used to go to the Magma with multiple people and would see how they gave each other different lengths with no rhyme or reason. Yeah, there definitely needs to be some consistency, but I think there is more consistency built into the rules now, because again, it is about money. So basically they're asking you, like for me, since I bought a house, they're like, how much did you pay for your house? Okay, then you can stay this long, and so the more you pay, the longer you can stay. So that's a rule. And everything else has been really pretty consistent the last few years. You just go, you know how much it costs. Everything is posted on the board. They're not making things up anymore. It is a lot more transparent now, the process. At least it is here in Hurghada. And the funny thing, you guys, coming from America, you never really think about what it's like to be an immigrant. But I am an immigrant, and I'm embracing that, right? And when I go to the immigration office and I'm looking and I'm seeing the constant stream of people coming through there are a lot of immigrants. But we all doing it right. We're doing it legally. We're paying for our visas. We got our paperwork, got our passports. We're doing what we're supposed to do to be able to stay in their country, and then being respectful of their laws and their customs, and doing what we need to do to be useful citizens in their country, and I don't feel like it's my country though now. I've been here 5 years. And once I get my little green book, it is my country. No, it is better. It is better. But learning Arabic goes a long way. People just don't understand. How much is a visa currently? I'm going to say, okay, so the tourist visa was $25, and then I have to do the calculation. I don't really know because it was in Egyptian pounds, though. But I think it was almost like maybe $100, maybe. It depends on the currency, but still, it's worth it. I could pay $100 a year just to have the freedom My daughter is calling me on FaceTime. Well, why are you not watching the live, sis? What? Jasmine, why are you not watching the live? Anyway. All right. Let me go. Let me see. So what the things that I was talking about, what makes Egypt special? Okay, yeah. So the culture, access to the Red Sea and the Nile. Like I said, Egypt has many terrains. It's really beautiful. You have the sea, you have the desert, you have mountains. Is it out? The sound is out now? That's because Jasmine called me. I don't know how to get it back on. Oh, it's back on? Okay. I won't say nothing bad about her then. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you, ladies. Alright, so, so what I was saying is that Egypt has all the different terrains. We have mountains, we have deserts, we have beaches. You have everything in one country, and it's a huge country. All the countries in Africa are pretty big though. So yes. Oh, hey Diane, I didn't know you were here. Welcome to the live. Okay, you got to chat. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you came through. Have a great Saturday. Yeah, I don't know how long I've been on here. It's probably time for me to wrap it up too, but hopefully I answered questions that any of you guys had, and I'll let this live stay up, or maybe put because I'm kind of recording it on my camera, maybe put that version up and edit it a little bit. But yes, thank you guys for coming by. It feels good to be able to chat with people. I appreciate you. I have some members in the building. Living Life by Design, Monica, Meals by Monica, are all members of the channel. They are part of the R&R crew. So if you're interested in seeing behind the scenes stuff, or even getting more details on things, because I'm definitely going to be talking about, how much I've paid for things, how much I paid for my house, and all of those things. But I'm going to do that in my membership. So if you're interested in getting that information, feel free to join. It's not expensive, and it helps, contribute to my ability to continue putting out amazing content, right? So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing Saturday. And let me see, make sure there's no other questions. Okay, great. You guys are very welcome. Anna Bahevik, that means I love you. Enjoy your day. First of all, how you gonna call during my live? I said, how my daughter calling me during the live instead of being on the live?
I'm sorry.
And they like, the sound went out. Hi, handsome. You look so cute. Hey, Yaya. Hi, handsome. Hi, beautiful boy.
I cut his hair.
I see. It looks good. You look good, honey.
Stop trying to put your foot in my breast. Okay, I'm sorry. We watching Yaya's game.
My live is over. I can't watch the game.
Look good.
I was trying to watch it. Thank you. The Carl's password he gave me don't work.
Okay.
Is it in the group?
I gotta put it in I'll just put it in the album.
Okay. Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Mwah. Give me a kissy. Give me a kiss.
Give her a kiss.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And bye. You can have the life that you want. You can make your dreams come true. You can design your life the way that you want it. You just have to believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities. Believe that you deserve to be happy and fulfilled.